celebrity has one or two strikes on him before he starts the game. I was the youngest of 5 children. The others were Matthew, Edgar, Willa Mae, and Frank. My father died a year after I was born, and my mother, Molly Robinson, became the sole support for a family of 5. By superhuman effort, she carried on, toiling endless hours at all sorts of heavy manual labor. Those were hard times for all of us, but particularly for her. Yet, wonderful woman that she is, she was not content merely to feed and clothe us. She was determined to see that we got an education and had a chance to amount to something. Realizing that southern Georgia was hardly a land of opportunity for poor Negroes, she somehow mustered the means and the courage to move us to Pasadena, California to live. It was still a constant struggle to make ends meet, but we kids began to help out by doing odd jobs, and at the same time we were going to school, to good schools. That was what Mother had set her heart on. As soon as I was old enough, I contributed my bit by shining shoes, running errands, selling newspapers, and hawking hot dogs at the baseball parks and football stadiums. Yet I had time for play, too, like any average kid. My cousins and I used to shag flies for older boys, and I can remember discovering then that I could run faster than most of the kids in our neighborhood. Athletics, both school and professional, come nearer to offering an American Negro equality of opportunity than does any other field of social and economic activity. Fortunately, both my brother Matthew, Mac, we called him, and I had some athletic ability. It made the going much easier for us than for our Negro schoolmates who were not athletically inclined. Mac was a great athlete. He became famous long before anyone ever heard of me. He established the junior college broad jump record with a leap of 25 feet, and at the University of Oregon, he became literally a one-man track team. He set a world record of 20.7 seconds for the 220-yard dash, a record that stood until Jesse Owens broke it a few years later. These feats won him a place in our 1936 Olympic team. Naturally, Mac was my idol. I used to watch him perform and say to myself, gee, I'd like to be a great athlete someday. I'd like to be like Mac. My first athletic achievements were as a softball player. I went in for all the other sports too, but I liked softball the best. At Muir Technical High School in Pasadena, I played football and basketball, ran on the track team, but took only a mild interest in baseball. When I finished high school, I entered Pasadena Junior College and rapidly developed into a pretty good all-around athlete. My proudest achievement, I think, was breaking Mac's broad jump record. I leaped 25 feet, 6 1/3 inches, as against his 25 feet. To eclipse one's idol, even in one event, is a great thrill to any boy. Since UCLA was nearby, I decided I would enroll there. Football, of course, was the major college sport. I loved to play it, and I was considered a good college prospect. One incident revealed to me the almost absurd emphasis on the game. When it became known that I was going to do my college work at UCLA, a devoted Stanford alumnus came to me and offered to finance my way through any school in the East that was not on Stanford's football schedule. He didn't want me to play against his Stanford teams. Strange as it may seem now, I made a better record at UCLA in football, basketball, and track than I did in baseball. I guess I didn't put as much effort into baseball as I did into the other sports. Like most Negro athletes, I just assumed that baseball was a sport without a professional future. I played it solely for the fun of it. Football, on the other hand, held out some kind of a future. Professional teams in the Pacific Coast Leagues did not discriminate against Negro players. The same was true of basketball. There were any number of professional teams made up of both whites and Negroes. Those were happy days at UCLA. I was a college star, a campus hero, the height of most American boys' ambition. In 1938, I was the leading ground gainer of the United States, with an average of 12 yards every time I carried the ball. In basketball, I led the Pacific Coast Conference in scoring with 148 points. And before I left school, I was named on a number of All-American teams. I was also a